Why had you not sought out any kind of training before this show? Any kind of training like you've taken?
I hadn't sought out training because what could that do for me? Really, I didn't know what I didn't know.
Gun! Reload!
I knew the basics. I knew what I needed to know to get the job done. And now I know that I should have done it a long, long time ago.
I'm Kimberly Corban, and honestly, my life is a lot more of this than this. I'm a serious gun owner and outspoken Second Amendment advocate, but I'm a wife and a mother first. And I'd always thought training was something for police officers and security guards. But after a week at SIG SAUER Academy, I can't believe what I didn't know.
I've never really done formalized training. This has had me anxious for a while, but I'm excited because I really want to know more about what it means to concealed carry, how I can do so safely, and learn a bunch of stuff that I have never thought I needed to know before.
Carrying a gun is a huge responsibility. So thinking that just getting your basics down from a fundamental standpoint and then being able to carry a gun from there sometimes can set ourselves up for failure. So what we really want to do is make sure that beyond the 101 and foundational level, Kim really understands that carrying a gun is a huge responsibility. Knowing when and how to use it is extremely important to keep not only her safe, but people around her as well.
This is my focus while I'm here, and this is exactly the type of training that I need at this point.
Kim, we're gonna head right down here. We'll talk about what we're gonna do over the next couple days, and we'll do that right in the classroom. We've got a whole bunch of ranges here and classrooms to facilitate ranges, so we'll give you a little background on that too.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome. So I didn't grow up around handguns. I probably started shooting them and learning more about them in about 2009 or so. So I carry. I've never done formalized training. In Colorado, you can get your CCW if you complete hunter safety. And so I had done a hunter safety class previously. Most of my stuff is with friends in law enforcement, RSOs at the range, but no formalized classes.
We're gonna keep it simple. Here at SIG, we just try to take a simple approach to everything. You know, the easier it is to learn, the quicker you'll pick it up.
Sure.
And then we'll just take that approach. Right?
Okay. Remember how nervous I was when I went out there?
Yeah.
And I remember sitting there the first day and them telling me what I would progress up to. And I wanted to turn around and leave right then because I was so nervous. But
Because you were overwhelmed?
overwhelmed and just, I didn't even know how to properly change a mag. And like the things that we talk about all the time are more, why do we carry? Not necessarily how or the specifics of it. So I didn't understand what I didn't know until I knew what I didn't know. I knew what types of training there was, but I thought it was more for military, for law enforcement, for security, people that their job is to carry, not people who choose to carry maybe because of their job or choose to carry just because they had kids and that's important to them.
What I like to do is just kind of go through action types so you have a better understanding of when you press the trigger, what takes place.
This is the part I think that held the most fear for me when I approached guns in general.
Right.
I have a basic knowledge of
Sure.
what it takes with a firing pin and you name it, but this is the part that I think a lot of fear centers around for people.
Your attitude has a lot to do with it. I was scared out of my mind the first day, but at the same time, I'm like, all right, we're gonna be here for 8 days and I'm not just gonna sit here and drool on myself. We're gonna get something out of this if I have to be here and away from my family for this amount of time. And attitude is everything because the happier you are to be there, the more you're gonna get out of that training and those trainers as well.
Go ahead and just present the gun towards the target. Now, what we generally say is as long as you have balance, stability, and mobility, that's a good stance.
Okay.
Some folks, again, like to keep this a little bit straighter, so your dominant arm a little bit straighter, non-dominant arm slightly bent. That's an option for you. I would suggest an even bend with both arms.
Okay.
Take your time, establish that good grip, aim in, whenever you're ready. Awesome. Smooth press straight back. Good, finger straight, excellent.
Okay.
Just so you know, all of your shots that you just fired went pretty much through the same hole. So I gotta say, super impressed so far, so phenomenal.
I feel good. I feel ready to start learning more and pushing me outside of my bounds.
She absorbed all the information that we put out to her. She applied it too, and to have both things take place is pretty rare. She excelled a lot further than I would say most students usually do.
I can't say how many better educated lawmakers, if they had gone through even just one day of training like this one, how much more knowledgeable and credible their arguments would be. And I think there would be a bunch of minds changed, even with just this one day of training.
Really excited to now start incorporating holsters, get movement into the mix, single-handed operations. There's all sorts of stuff that we're gonna take and throw at her. And honestly, we built such a good foundation today. I think she's ready for it.
Going forward, I know we're gonna get into some tactical things or some scenario shootings that I haven't experienced before, and that's what I'm anxious but looking forward to at the same time.